I did see the first episode of It, Welcome to Derry, directed by Flash director and It chapter, the It film, uh, Andy Muschietti. And it's I guess you could say it's a prequel to the It films set in Derry in 1962. And I am told, because I did was allowed to attend an early screening, I should stay completely away from spoilers. I'll speak about it broadly. It's this Sunday on HBO Max. The series kicks off, 8 episodes, hour-long episodes. Saw the first episode, really captures that early 60s feel. We meet a group of kids. They are, let's just say this, in peril from something that hasn't quite revealed itself. We have promises that we will learn the origins of Pennywise, or why this entity chose to take on the persona of a clown. That will be in the upcoming series. We saw a little preview of what's coming up in the show. And I loved this. The kids that they cast, without going into detail on the types, some of the best acting from kids I've seen. The casting in the show is fantastic. Also, the first episode sets up a lot of conflicts. There is a major in the film that will end up being the ancestor of one of the characters from It chapter, the It films. And there's another character that ends up becoming there's another character in the show that ends up becoming someone from The Shining. This is like a Stephen, if you're into Stephen King books and film and all, it's like a lot of lore from Stephen King.
The SKU, basically.
Yeah. And yeah, the SKU. Stephen King universe. I really love this first episode. One of the things that bugs me is I'm not going to do any real spoilers, just talk about tone and impressions. The kids were so solid, and Andy Muschietti did do a reference. One of the characters is reading a Flash comic book. Then you see him later reading a Batman comic book with Clayface on the cover. A little wink. He's supposed to do Batman Brave and the Bold, so we'll see. And there's this black major. He goes in and he meets the soldiers under him. One of them, a white guy, won't salute him, and his name is Masters. I kind of groaned. It's a little on the nose. And while the first episode kind of like steers clear of any sort of identity or wokeness, you can see where things are going by the end. So while the first episode I loved, was like, this is really good, there's something that happens at the end where you go, oh no, this is a different kind of show than I thought it was. And I can't talk about it. We will talk about it Monday on Versus, because I really want people to see it. Alan, you need to see it. It's 1 hour, 50 minutes of your time.
All right. I'll see the first episode.
See the first episode, because we need to discuss what there was a decision made in the first episode that happens at the very end that just, I was like, okay, that's where you're going. All right. So, but I got to say, love the first episode. I will see the second and where they take it, but my gut tells me, having attended a press conference for this, it doesn't look good. Well, in fact, one of the actors, they all talked about, all the actors, not Andy, the director, and his sister was there, who was a producer. And I actually like Andy Muschietti. I think as a director, once you see this, the guy's the real deal. Okay. He's the real deal, but the actors are just so kind of full of themselves. One of the actors,
they're theater kids, aren't they?
They're theater. Yeah. And one of the actors, who's a character that comes in episode 2, was like, talked about how we're on the stolen land of the Tonga there and I was like, I just groaned and looked over like, this show's gonna, the actors convince me the show will be bad, but Andy, the director, wants like I feel like a lot of filmmakers in Hollywood, they kind of like play the game and they kind of stay silent. Like, look, I want to work and I want to, and on the directing scale, the opening sequence that's like 10 minutes where we follow one of the characters is so good in tone. It's some of the best acting from young actors I've seen. I can't remember. So good. So strong recommend to watch the first episode.